Some say the most dangerous place in business is rock bottom. I beg to differ. Rock bottom is tough, yes. But the real danger comes when things start to feel good enough. I told you guys this many times, the struggle we had when we started the brand. And actually back then it wasn't even a brand. It was just a cat eye stamp. But I remember when we came out with the cat eye stamp and everyone loved it. There was like this phase where we were just making a lot of money. We just signed with Macy's, Urban Outfitters, some other retailers around the world. And we saw the money come in and we were so excited, especially Robin and I were so excited about the money that came in because when we started, we had nothing. Like when I tell you nothing, like we had nothing. So when the money came in, I started to realize how, we got a place in LA, like a big house in LA, a huge garden for the dogs. I think it was like 3 or 4 bedrooms, in a really amazing area. It was such a beautiful house. It was so beautiful, but the funny part is I never felt comfortable in that house, to be honest. But I realized we're starting to like order food. We were able to shop in better grocery stores. We had a better car. Like we upgraded our lives so much because we signed with all these people. Money was coming in. We forgot about all the struggle that we had before. And I started to see that this comfort that I had, I stopped being hungry. And because I stopped being hungry, the opportunities started to fade away. Because you see, when you're hungry, you're going to go out there and you try to feed yourself and your family, right? And for you, it's like, I don't care how tough it is. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make sure I'm going to eat and my family's going to eat. But when you have food and when you have comfort, a nice place to live, a nice bed, nice clothing, whatever, you think it's always going to be like that. You think that I made it. Why do I need to bother? It's okay. It's going to come. But here I had a conversation with Robin about this a long time ago. And it's funny because him and I were thinking and feeling the same. We were uncomfortable with being comfortable. Let me say it again. We felt uncomfortable with being comfortable. Because since we can remember, since we got together, we were struggling so much because we always knew we want something better, right? We were okay with being uncomfortable. That's all we knew. So now suddenly you're putting us in a place where we have so many things, thank God, and we're able to do more, right? But now we're uncomfortable with being comfortable. Think about it. So because of that, I, started to make less videos. Because back then I had about almost 100,000 followers on TikTok. We were selling so many eyeliners. I would do videos over and over again. Like every day I would do a few videos. I would go live. I would do this. But then I became comfortable. I was like, oh, it's okay. Let me do one tomorrow. Let me do one next week. I don't feel like it. But here's the thing. If you want to go after your dreams, you don't care how you feel. Even if you feel like shit, you're still going to get up and still going to do the work. But not when you're comfortable, not when you have your following, not when you have your money in your bank account, not when you look into the fridge and it looks good. So to me, I know a lot of people say like, when you fall, Like it's hard to get up and this and that. Yeah, it is. I've done that a million times. I fell over and over again, and I'm still falling at certain things. I am still falling at certain things. And you need that in order to become better as a human being, as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman. You have to fall. I guarantee you there's no one out there who, like that, just happened. Unless you come from money. But even then, you have your own struggle. I believe the silent killer is comfort. The silent killer is you not being hungry enough. So some people might say like, okay, so, like, even though if I make all this money, like, do I have to be in this place all the time to feel uncomfortable? That's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is to challenge yourself. Even if you reach what you wanted to reach, now challenge yourself to reach something else over and over again. Never stay stuck in where you are right now just because it's comfortable and because it's familiar and because it feels good. I started to change it. I started to realize, and I know maybe something is up in my brain. Maybe you guys are gonna look at me and be like, what's up with this girl? Like, why would you say that? For me personally, and this goes only to people who agree with me, or I'm gonna challenge you. To me, when I am too comfortable, I get scared. Because I'm like, wait a second. Either I'm not learning something new, or I'm not pushing too hard. Because I know I'm going to probably get into trouble for this, especially with the women out there. They talk about work-life balance. So many talk about work-life balance. Good for you. If you figured it out, great. I don't believe in it. Because you have to sacrifice so many things in order to achieve where you want to be. My opinion. So, I see this in so many of my friends because I went through all of that. Because everything that I'm telling you, everything that we talk about, I'm not just saying that just to say. I lived it. I am living it. I'm in that situation. I have so many people, so many of my friends come to me and ask me about business, about how they can start and this and that. The one thing that I always say to them is, if you're okay with being uncomfortable, go for it. And I know a lot of people look at me, they're like, I don't even understand what you're saying. You will. You definitely will. And it's not just entrepreneurs. Think about it. You are right now, you decided that the job that you're at right now is not for you. You know that you want to go back to school to learn something new, right? But you still have to work. You still have to make the payments and pay your bills. So what are you doing right now? You're going to work, you come home, you eat, you're with your family, with your friends, but you're still learning. You're still learning the new course, the new school, whatever it is, to get the diploma. You are now, right now, while you were at work, tired. Your friend's having the best time. You're sitting at your desk, learning. That's uncomfortable. That's you being uncomfortable in that situation right now. But guess what? You know where you're going to be. You see it, right? Tell me, you see it in that moment. All this pain is going to fade away. All these uncomfortable situations that you're in right now, because you see where you want to go. But I guarantee you, even when you're there and you get there, and you will, I know you will, you're going to look back and be like, you know what? Actually, it wasn't that bad. Let me now do something else. Let me now be even better. You become addicted to this feeling. I remember when my husband, Robin, told me this a few years ago. He said I was just really starting out to work out and getting into the gym and all that stuff. He would say to me, one day you will love the pain so much that you're going to be addicted to it, and then you're going to go after it every day. And when he said that to me, I was like, you are a crazy human being. Why would I be addicted to all this pain? Like, who wants to go to the gym and feel the pain? But one day I understood what he said, and he was so right. I became addicted to this pain. And because of that, I started having an amazing body. I mean, don't judge me now because I'm pregnant, okay? But we're going to come back. We're going to get back to that uncomfortable place. But that's the same feeling that you can apply into business, in where you are right now with studying, going to school at night, whatever it is. Be okay with being uncomfortable, because that mindset is going to get you where you need to be. Think about it that way. You're in front of the mountain, right? You see that mountain. You look at it, you're like, holy shit. It's huge. But you want to get to that top, right? You want to be up there. Because up there, the view, not a lot of people are going to be able to see that view, right? So what do? You climb it. You climb it, you climb it, you climb it. And you get to that top. And you're going to look back and be like, it wasn't that bad. I guarantee you the next week, you're going to find the bigger mountain and you're going to do the same thing. Because you see the ability that you have. Because you see that first you have to be uncomfortable in order to become comfortable and to see that view. But you never stay there. Because you're a go-getter. And go-getters always want more. And that's okay. Don't let anyone else tell you that it's not okay. As long as you are good with that, you are good. And that's all I wanted to say today.